Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the channel everybody. Thank you for joining me here. I hope you're all doing well, Capricorn. Let's find out what your September predictions are for Capricorn. September. Spirit, what will Capricorn need to be aware of for the month of September? September. Capricorn energy, please and thank you. Jaguar is out here. The ghost dance. Lightning. Thunder. Eagle. Middle world. Well, Spirit's got your back here. Got a lot of directions or a lot of choices in the month of September here. The ancestors' message of healing and powerful medicine to offer you. Create a sacred moment at your altar, light a candle to them, and let their wisdom infuse you. At this stage of your life, you are done repeating tragic stories. Step into the abundance that is offered to you. Receive the gifts of those that have come before you and write a new story for your life. The ghost, that's what the ghost dance represents. The ghost dance of the American Plain Indians united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. When the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us. When we hold them responsible for all that is wrong with us today, they haunt us. Honor the spirits of the ancestors and receive their lessons and gifts. This includes honoring your own past lives. You are definitely being guided here. With the thunder, the lightning, this is light a candle and give thanks to the ancestors. It's looking like some of you could be blaming yourself for past lives or the ancestors for your circumstances, and it is telling you that when the ancestors are given praise and thanks, then they will open doors of opportunities for you. And if you are not, they haunt you. It's not repeating past. It's changing legacies, making the changes. We do not have to be as our ancestors were, but we do have to show respect for, the paths of our ancestors. I mean, it is evolving, it is learning the lessons from the ancestors and making change for that. We may not be, proud of everything our ancestors have done, but we are to give them thanks for those lessons, actually. So someone is stuck here. It's telling you to let go of any resentments or any kind of anger It's like blaming the ancestors for the way that the current world situation is, or putting the blame on the ancestors for the way that we are. And it's time to shift that energy and recognize that we can make the change necessary to live differently than our ancestors did, but to pay them respects for their own journeys, their own paths that they chose. And it's, we may not agree with what our ancestors have done or the way that they lived, but at the same token, that was their paths and that was their. We're not accountable for them, we're not responsible for them, but we are to give thanks for them all the same, because it is those ancestors that guide us in this lifetime. September. There's judgment here. A lot of judgment, a lot of doubt, a lot of grief. The ancestors blaming. I'm telling you. It is about accepting responsibility for your own well-being, no matter what our ancestors have done, no matter how we were brought up, no matter how we were raised. We have the ability to have peace and trust, abundance, and persevere. So September is going to be an important month to forgive. There's someone here that when we have this blame, this grief, this judgment, it inhibits our own growth. No matter how harsh things may have been, either in a past life or this lifetime, forgiving our ancestors and acknowledging them is going to bring about peace. It is. I may be choosing to live a different life than my ancestors chose, but I am still giving thanks for the upbringing that I had, for the lessons that the ancestors had to learn, and giving thanks for those things. Because someone is sitting here blaming, judging. And perhaps the ancestors may have no, Spirit saying, gotta get over that. If you want peace in your life, you're gonna have to come to terms with your past. We cannot blame the ancestors for all the decisions and choices that we have made in our life. I know that I can do anything and whatever I set my mind to. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire into this physical reality. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and their own unique challenges. And I release the need to know all the answers. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. It's about taking accountability and, when you do this, light a candle, and if there is some kind of blame that you have either done to yourself or to others. It's time to let it go. Capricorn, ego clarified by eagle. You will soar toward your destiny with greater clarity and strength. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities that lay ahead. And forgiveness is one of those things. Take care immediately to avoid temptation or deceit. And that can even be deceit of our own minds or our own selves telling us opposite. Love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. A time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love. Yes, it's telling you to take care, to avoid temptation or deceit. Owl, there are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition, so you might find it difficult to forgive the ancestors or yourself for that matter. But the key here is new beginnings, directions, and adventures ready for those ready to let go of the past. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. Phoenix, rising from the ashes. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. So you may have coffin is here. Natural endings are abound. Take care with help. Avoid temptation and deceit. So somebody could be holding a grudge here about an ending, holding a grudge about someone who may have passed away. Blame is not going to get anybody anywhere. Know that you are protected as you face the challenges. No, Spirit saying go to the tarot. What is this? Judgment. Clarified by Judgment. Take care of immediate temptation and deceit. And it could be with money, feelings. Someone could be blaming, feeling hurt. It's time to heal. This is a King of Cups. Hurt. Hiding their hurt. It's time to let it go. There are new beginnings. Let it go. temptation, and deceit. This is morning. This is it's not going to do any good blaming the ancestors. I'm telling you, it's not going to do any good blaming anyone, whether it's ancestors or blame. This blame thing gotta go. We're all given our own life path, and although we may not choose to walk in the shoes of our ancestors, we have to give thanks for the path that they traveled on. And somebody is holding on to some kind of it could be the loss of someone dear to you. It'll take courage and strength. So it's almost like geez, this isn't uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable doing this read. So it may make some of you feel uncomfortable. It could be a sensitive subject or a sensitive topic. But there is no sense blaming. Someone is making a lot of mistakes here. Now, I'm not sure if it's your energy or if it's someone around you. Somebody is blaming the ancestors for someone's choice in life or the path that they're walking on. It's like, well, my mom did it, my dad did it, so that's how come I'm all, it's no wonder that it's making excuses for being the way that someone is. It's like carrying over some kind of trauma, and it's almost like someone is like talking bad about their ancestors, which then in turn is coming back around on them. There is some regret here, shame or guilt. This is karma coming back around. You reap what you sow. If you're sending out positive energy, if you are sending out somebody is now that we're adults, we are accountable and responsible for our own life choices. We cannot continue to blame our ancestors or ourselves for things that we have chosen for our life. Somebody is sitting blaming the ancestors for how things are, why things are the way that they are, but they don't understand that everybody has their own path of life school. Now, you may not have chosen, or they may not have chosen a certain path, but this is a star. Oh, jeez. So a whole lot of blame here. My Lord. Yeah. Someone can't figure out why they have such heavy burdens. Someone can't figure out why someone needs to find peace. You know what I mean? Somebody could have just like been blaming the ancestors for their addictions, or blaming the ancestors for, you know, the way that they were raised or the way that they got brought up. But the truth is that they needed to forgive. They're bringing their own negative karma to their own lives. And it's like the ancestors will look favorably upon you, or they will look disfavorably upon you. Somebody is blaming and judging someone's ancestry for the way that they are, and they're bringing their own karma upon themselves. For their own path, their own foolish life choices. Well, it's mom's fault. Well, it's dad's fault. Well, the whole family was like this. Well, this is a prime opportunity to change it. Someone judging someone here. And someone is sitting here refusing to see that this is someone's path that they chose. I mean, someone's blaming their folks or blaming the ancestors for their own they fell into temptation and deceit, and then turning around and blaming the ancestors for it. Well, so and so did it, or so and so did it, or mom did it, or dad did it, or I am the way that I am because of the way that I was raised. And the Spirit is saying, no. You know, you will get some heavy judgment here if you keep blaming. This is denial. Everybody has we're accountable now. We're adults. Okay? If you hadn't have got mad at me, if you had, this is like pain and suffering. If you hadn't have done this, if you hadn't, this is blame, blame, blame. Someone's like blaming, blaming, blaming. This is melodramatic. This is being melodramatic. Someone is like pushing it off, their choices. Oh, I mean, look at the way I was raised. My mom was this way, my dad was this way. They were always doing this. It's time to forgive the ancestors for their choices, learn by it, and live differently. Somebody's blaming the ancestors and they can't figure out why they keep getting negative karma. Yeah. Holding on to childhood wounds. Come on now. Maybe, look, it's time for peace. It is time to cut away all that no longer serves you. Okay? I choose to live differently than that of my ancestors, but I am going to give my ancestors thanks anyway. They made mistakes. They may have given me a lot to deal with in my childhood and in my life, but I am willing to let that go. Now, I'll give praise here and I'll say the good things about it, but the rest gotta go. There's a lot of unstableness here. And it is about the ancestors. You know, we have the power to change. You know, we do. We will get the blessings of our ancestors or we'll get the curses of our ancestors. And it is about, you know, our ancestors may have made mistakes, but we have to forgive them and understand that they had their own difficulties and understand that they had their own issues to deal with, and our purpose upon this earth is to evolve and to make change. Respect your ancestors. It means that you don't have to like everything your ancestors did, but giving gratitude and giving respect for what did they do good. I mean, that's what it's saying. The ancestors will either smile upon you or frown upon you. And I can tell you that leading your own path and releasing all the woulda, the coulda, the shouldas. Now I'm accountable for my own happiness. Now I am accountable for the way that I want to carry on my family and my traditions. It's not being disrespectful to the ancestors, but that's what we're here to do, is evolve. I don't know. This is, someone's afraid. Consequences. Stuck in family. Oh my God. In order to obtain peace, we must be willing to forgive. Light a candle to the ancestors. This is important for whatever reason. Light a candle to the ancestors and give them thanks for at least the wisdom and knowledge that, You may not have liked everything, but they may have shown you how not to be. And some may be giving thanks for, the knowledge that was bestowed down upon you from them. But someone is stuck in this blame mentality, blaming the ancestors. You bring bad karma upon yourself. We are accountable for our own paths. We are accountable to heal ourselves. We are accountable to make change the way we want our lives to be. Someone is heavily laying a guilt trip, blame mode on their ancestors for their upbringing, and it needs to stop. And they're wondering why they keep getting negative karma, and that is why. It's a legacy. Your persistence will pay off. Don't give up now. Foster the persistent mindset. Stay focused and press on through. You could give up too easily when things get feeling too hard to accomplish. Donate to create positive energy around you. Humanitarianism, social work, legal aid, human rights, or advocacy work. The more you give of yourself, the more you nourish your soul. You can easily fix your finances with little friction. Mechanic in automotive, aerospace, or any career in repair. Mend what needs mending. It might be broken, but not all is lost. Words are magic. Use them to manifest more abundance. You could be a blogger, a content writer, a book writer, or any creative writing career. Your words have power to influence, share your gifts with the world. This might be what it is. Someone may not even realize that they're doing that they are blaming the ancestors for the way that their current life situation is. And they need to stop that, because our words are very powerful. When we send out negative energy to the universe, it comes back to us. And when we send out positive energy, look, that also comes back to us. Someone needs to heal some family someone's stuck in a negative mindset about their family. And when we send that message out, like, their path is their path. It's not, what most people don't understand is that we ask for the lives that we are given. There was no mistake. You may have been born unto your family to be the healer in the family, to be the peacekeeper of the family. You may have been born unto that family for a specific reason, to do exactly this. A lot of people have had some very tough upbringings, but you're the one that could make the difference. And a lot of people don't understand. It's like, when we choose our path, when we choose to be born into this world, I do believe it is a choice. We pick the family we want to be born into for that reason, to be the one that makes that change. The one that's able to give thanks for the upbringing that we have had, forgiving whatever patterns that you think that somebody was in. We're pattern breakers is here. Breaking the patterns, but not devaluing the role of the ancestors. It is to give thanks for the lessons learned, you know, and healing from those past situations. So somebody needs to get out of this grief, this blame, this, and take accountability for their own path, accountability for their own life existence. Somebody is in blame mode. They are. And the more you blame, it's like disrespecting the ancestors. God will only give you what you can handle. He'll never give you more. There's a specific reason for that. Being born unto that family, there's a specific reason for it. And it is, maybe you were the one chosen to make the difference. Maybe you were the one chosen to change that because you were strong, because you're courageous, because you knew that you could make that change. Take care.